Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. Now Goff, and they'll be facing a third. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
13.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kyle Rudolph, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Dawson tacks on the point after, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now Goff. This is Bell on the dump off. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Go.
On the run, it's Ware. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll pitch it out to Bell. Nifty footwork at the 45. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
5.
On first down, Goff. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. Completes it to Spencer Ware. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So now it's 4th and short.
So after the penalty, that means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or then maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Bell, and he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Sean Williams that time in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Danico Autry able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? To throw is Garoppolo. Found his target, it's Anderson. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. He got 29 yards that time.
Keep it up, fellas.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. 20! Touchdown, Jaguars! Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Switch. Go, 12, go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Listen. 12.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jurrell Casey in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
2 for 66.
Third and long. It's gone. And the catch made by Dontrell Inman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. A first update now from Cleveland, and it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They'll go for it with Bell, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
First down, Garoppolo. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Garoppolo hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Garoppolo now. Flushed out right. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Garoppolo. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Dawson's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Mostert now to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically
He's got a man complete. Mike Evans. He's going to go. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? 13. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. The 20, 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mostert now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, here's Goff. Goes underneath for Bell. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he connects with Vance McDonald. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, and defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
second down. Here's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. The gain of 39 that time. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? To throw, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. After the interception, here's Goff. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. D. Ford. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Goff. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And Dawson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers, and all they catch are swings and screens. Le'Veon Bell's a full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether he's split out of the backfield.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
65.
On first down, this is Ivory. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And McDonald here over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And he finds McDonald. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Goff on first down. And it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On 2nd down, Ivory. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That is caught inside the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Flushed out. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back to throw. Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun. Goff. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's McDonald. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Jaguars, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.